10 years since the national championship that the Cards can no longer claim. U of L is putting the win back in the rafters.
It's a hope. It's a hope that one day we can really honor this team, and I think the manner everybody wants us to honor them.
We don't know what Louisville's new championship banner will look like, but we know what it will say. Final coaches poll #1. Athletic Director Josh Heird confirmed it today. The school will put up these words on a new banner when it honors the 2013 national championship team this weekend.
WDRB's Rick Bozich just talked to Heird, who says this is a long time coming. Now, Rick, first, I want to go back, kind of set the stage here. This has been a 10-year story, a 10-year saga. 2013, Louisville won the NCAA title. A couple years later, 2015, allegations came out about sex parties for men's basketball recruits. In 2018, the NCAA handed down historic sanctions for the school, including vacating that 2013 national championship. That's when the original banner came down. So fast forward to now, a decade since the win, U of L plans to honor that team, the national, or the #1 in the coaches polls team. You know what I'm saying? It rolls right off the tongue. Saturday at the basketball game. So, Rick, talk to us about those plans and the real reason for it.
Well, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Heird, the AD, for threading the needle here. He waited for all the other NCAA stuff to clear the docket. They've got all the results in, the probation's over, no more penalty. And he knows that the fans really like this team. He knows they were very angry that the banner came down. So he had a lot of back and forth with the NCAA people in Indianapolis and said, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And the NCAA signed off on what they are doing, recognizing this team for what it was, #1 in the coaches poll, and a team that Louisville fans love. And Louisville loves to bring past teams back to honor them. Let's remember, just last month they brought back the '83 team, which didn't win a national title, and honored them.
Heird actually just gave us some insight about working with the NCAA to recognize this team.
To be honest with you, I expected the answer to be a pretty quick no. And so when we did get a response, and I believe the exact wording was, your request is approved, there was a few moments that feels pretty good, because we get to recognize this team and the individuals on this team for something, because that team's always going to be remembered. Nobody's going to forget that team.
And okay, let's break down the title here. Final coaches poll #1. What is the deal behind that wording?
Well, it tells you you're #1. That means you're the champs. You can't say you're the NCAA champs because the penalty's there. Louisville's followed all the rules. They've taken all the records out of the record book. They've suffered financially because of all that. And they've suffered as a program. They've been in a decline over the last 5 years. This is a great move in terms of marketing. Get fans back on board saying, we're going to recognize that team. Things are going to change here and move forward. They need to unify the fan base again and get bigger crowds back in the KFC Yum Center.
U of L, not the first school to get hit with the harsh penalties. This is actually a similar move to what others have done in the past?
Well, there are similar instances. They're not exactly the same. Let's remember back in 1991, Kentucky was on NCAA probation at the time, couldn't play in the NCAA tournament. They won the SEC regular season title. They had a parade for that team in Lexington to celebrate that team, even though the program was on probation. And Indiana once hung a banner in Assembly Hall for the 1975 team and proclaimed them the 1975 regular season UPI national champions, because that team suffered an injury and got beat in the NCAA tournament. So people hang banners for all different kind of reasons. It's inside the building where Louisville fans hang out. They want to feel good about that team, and they should be able to.
Do it for the fans. Rick, thank you. And U of L will honor the 2013 team and put up the new banner at the Clemson game this Saturday. Rick Bozich, you write more about the celebration right now on WDRB.com.